Hello beautiful people and welcome to tonight's channeling. It is Monday night. It is very, very nice and cozy and warm in here. My cat is on the bed asleep. And I thought it'd be a great time to have a channeling with all of the love boat. So let's go. Ramone was absolutely fabulous, wasn't he? He was so informative. I love those channelings where we learn about the universe and bigger than the universe, I should say. And what else was I going to say? Oh, the community hub I am going to open. As soon as I finish this channeling tonight, I'm going to open up the community hub. You can put, I thought it would be nice if we could just start off with having a section for your prayers. So prayer times, dates for wherever you are. And then if you like, I'm not sure if you want to, but if you do want to, we could add in a birthday section. If you wanted to say my birthday's in August or September, you can add your name or something. I don't know how it would work because I'm trying not to monitor it because I'm getting really busy. But without me monitoring it, I'm not sure what that would look like. But I mean, I'm sure one of you could, I don't know, figure out how the birthday thing would go, because I would love to go on and say happy birthday to whoever's birthday it is that month or that week even. That would be lovely if we could do that for one another, because it's always nice to say happy birthday to someone. So yeah, that's what I would like to do, but I'm not sure if it would work. So if any of you have any other ideas, I cannot do the Facebook thing. I cannot monitor another site. I do have my Instagram coming online extremely soon. That will be in about 2 weeks. So I'll be looking after the Instagram plus looking after my YouTube plus doing channelings through my website. So I'm going to be extremely busy. So I cannot do a Facebook and I cannot monitor the community hub. So do ask you all to be, this is from me, this isn't from them. I do ask you all to be patient with one another and cooperative with one another. We're all pretty good in this group. We all know what's going on. There hasn't been anything in the comments that I've thought, ew, that's weird or something. Actually, I tell a lie. There was a group of comments from two people, and I actually think it was the same person using two different names, that it was about a month and a half ago, I want to say, randomly one night put up all of these awful comments, and I deleted them all straight away, so nobody actually saw them. Well, I don't think anybody actually saw them, saying that I should be ashamed of myself because I wasn't citing from the Bible, and then listed all of these, like, 11.20 set in this section in the Bible says thou shalt not, whatever. Anyways, I deleted that person. So the rest of us are quite lovely. Anyways, I'm going to get started on my channeling. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome on board to anybody that is new. Hello, my name is Deb, and I am a channel of everything spiritual. And welcome to our community. We call it the Love Boat, because we are all members of the Love Boat. We have a community on board where we are all light workers, and we work together to send prayer, to expand our energy for those that need it. Anyways, and we do daily tasks, weekly tasks sometimes, that the angelics and so forth ask us to do, and that's what we do as light workers. So let's get started on tonight's channeling. Thank you for being here. I'm going to zone down and I will see you at the other end. So I've just zoned down. I've said hello to everyone that's here. There's such a big group here when I tap in now. My loved ones, the benevolent, the angelics, my spirit guides. There's a lot of people standing around the outside waiting to have a turn. There's Egyptians. There's so many people here. So I say hello and I welcome after I've done all my things. And then they've just showed me we're kind of standing on the sand, and there's a big cove. And I want to say cove because I feel like it's surrounded by like rocks or something like that, like a natural formation of rocks. And it looks like we're standing on what looks like a tropical island of some sort. And in has come this big white ship, the Love Boat. And they've literally boarded into this cove. It is so cool. So they obviously love it. I know they say that, they've told me before multiple times, that they love all of our us being a community, and they love the idea of the Love Boat and da-da-da. But for them to actually bring this massive, gigantic ship in to this cove, it's very cool. So I just thought I would share that with you all today because it's really lovely. And I've actually got that tune, the Love Boat. Da, 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 da. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look on YouTube for the Love Boat and just listen to the introduction of the Love Boat TV series, and you'll know what I'm talking about. I'm really old, so I know what that sounds like. But yeah, if you don't know what it is, just Google it and have a look at the Love Boat. There's a thin lady with auburn red hair that is up in like a bun thing at the back. She looks familiar. I'm not sure if she's been here before. I think she might be one of the workers from heaven. I come here today to bring you and your community exciting news, in fact. For tonight there will be an explosion of energy that does but disrupt your energy field on the earthly plane. This mass explosion will reverberate the energy throughout the land. She's showing me it's happening into the earth, and then it's kind of like a doof like that, and the energy kind of goes like that a little bit on top of the earth in space. I'm seeing it from like up in space. It will bring a clarity to those who are attuned in this nature. Therefore, knowing that all of your light workers on the Love Boat are but attuned to this frequency, I made haste to make this known to you today. I am quite excited, for you may feel the reverberation within your body. An energy upgrade it is not. An energy reverberation you may feel. I thought your light workers may find this exciting to hear. Oh, isn't that lovely of her that she's come to tell us? And that she was excited to tell us. That's so kind. I knew you would be excited, Deborah, for it pertains to your community. Therefore, I had to shout it from the mountain tops as soon as I found out. I am glad you share in my excitement. For your people who follow will be just as excited as you, no doubt. Oh, she's so lovely. Thank you for that. There are much other topics at hand, however, this was the most exciting news, so I thought I would bring this to you first. Thank you. Oh, she's actually getting off. I thought she was going to stand here and tell us more stuff. Okay, I think we have Ramone back, or Ramone? Ramone? I am but the Ascended Master, Ramone. We discussed only yesterday the topic of the dimensions, the evolution, the frequency of energy, the spark of light, etc., etc., etc. For there is a pivotal point coming up on the earthly plane. I think you and your fellowship shall take note of, be not eluded, what's the word he's trying to say? I can't get it. I can't grab it. I shall be forthcoming in my knowledge from here on in. We will but drop in from time to time from now on and give messages to the people of the group, the clan, so to say. You are but a clan in my eyes, for you do operate like a village of sorts. I know you do see yourself as a community, but personally I prefer a clan image, so this is what I will but call you from time to time. I hope you do not mind, but it resonates with me deeper. Oh, sorry, are you waiting for me to answer? I didn't understand that. No, that's fine. You can call us whatever you like. I speak on behalf of everybody. I don't think anyone would mind. Right then. It was discussed in the higher realms that when a topic of conversation that does pertain to your people, your clan, will come up. You will but have a visitor of sorts from one or the other, popping in to say hello, reverberating the message, and going again. This will not interfere with the channelings. It is just a tidbit of information, a message of sorts, a message within a message. He thinks that's really funny. He's literally going, ha ha ha. Oh my goodness. I must admit, I did find that quite humorous, Deborah, did you not? Oh my gosh. Not really, but anyways. As it stands, my child, you will but receive a message from time to time from the angelic realm, a benevolent, a speaker of the higher realms, when there is but a tidbit of information or a message that is to be passed on to you and your clan. Do you understand? Yes. Therefore, my tidbit of information tonight is that as follows. Please come in really close to me while you say this. There will be an energetic reverberation on your land, on the planet as a whole, in fact. Oh my god, I'm so itchy. What are they doing? He's making me feel what it feels like, and it's not like goosebumps. It doesn't feel like goosebumps. It feels like, how do I explain this? Like an energy passing down through you. Like dum 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 dum. It doesn't feel like goosebumps. It doesn't feel all like nice and tingly and stuff like that. It feels more like a download. I don't know how to explain this feeling. Imagine if someone got an imaginary net and put it over your body, and then it just kind of fell down to the floor. Your analogy requires work, Deborah. Okay. Well, can you tell them how it feels then? The energy will reverberate through a shudder of sorts. It will be quick. You are correct. It will not feel enlightening, but it will be a drop in temperature for a split second and a change in density around you. The energy will but feel less dense for a moment around you. This is but a better analogy that we will use for the people today. I do thank you for trying to communicate your images, but they are not precise enough tonight. This quickening, shall we call it, shall but leave the planet in a short state of confusion if you are awake. For a split second you may suddenly think, oh, what was that? Well, that felt a bit weird, didn't it? Did you feel that? You will ask one another, standing before you. They're showing me two people that are standing in the house together, and they felt something, and they both looked at each other and went, did you feel that? I went, yeah, I wonder what that was. That was weird. That's exactly what they're showing me. Two people standing in their lounge room. It is not harmful to the body, to the physicality of oneself, nor the energy fields or Mother Earth surrounding you. It is but a drop in temperature, a quick drop of energy will but be falling to the earth in a shudder to help rise the ascension process. It will happen over the next 24 to 48 hours. However, as time is linear, we ask you not to set your clocks to this. I do but get tired of reminding you that time is not linear, and there is no such a thing. However, as you all seem stuck on the topic of time, I do have to reverberate often this reminder to you all. It is but a pet hate of mine, to be honest. Anyhow, this was the quick message. We were but sent here, this duo of sorts. This duo, Felicity and I, were asked to relay. Felicity from the business end of the stick, and myself from the persona? No. He's saying like human relations. I can't grab it, sorry. I am but the personable... I can't get it, I'm so sorry. Say it a different way if you like, or we'll move on. I am but a more trusted face to be remembered by your people. for I have had a full channeling with them. This is why I was asked to reverberate the same message tonight, but in a different way. I hope that makes sense as to why we were both included in this message tonight. Moving on to the channeling, it is not but either of us you will be chatting to this evening, so we will but take our leave. To all of you light workers, I take my hat off to you, and I thank you for your diligence. He's bowing with, like, from his waist down, not his head. He's kind of going like his whole body is moving forward, thank you. And they've walked off together because she was actually standing next to the podium on the floor waiting for him. She still had papers. They've now gone off together. My goodness, I'm itchy. I'm seeing Dean Martin, the actor, the singer, from A Beautiful Time Gone By. I'm seeing a black and white photo of Dean Martin. Well, hello everyone, and thank you for being here tonight. I am in fact Dean Martin, and boy have I got a tale to tell you. I've been watching this, as everyone else, along the sidelines, so to say, and it's a grand idea to put forth one's own spin on things, to bring into alignment the truth amongst all of the lies that you are being told in your timeline. I begrudge the falsity of such notions and stories you are being reverberated, and so tonight I take it upon myself to enlighten you all of the truths of the matter, for many a topic. I will but call myself a whistleblower, in fact, for I have long stood along the sidelines and watched many a wrongdoing taking place, and it irks me to my core. I will now use this opportunity to stand before you and set some things straight. Oh, I was a brilliant actor. There was no doubt about it. However, that's the least of why I came here today. It is not for self-inflation or egotistical or ego that I come to shine and show myself and talk to the people today. It is for a conversation of honesty, and I ask you to bear with me as I find my footing in this reverberation of sorts, for I am not familiar with the procedure yet. God, I thought he was doing really well. Deborah is but picturing my face within her mind. It is a black and white photo I have but shown her, and my head is on a tilt. You may be able to find it on your web of mastery. It is a great photo of me, to be sure. I was once a handsome chap. I do prefer another lifetime of mine, to be honest, since we are but talking of honesty today. I am suave, more like a Mexican, in fact. I have darker skin, and locks of curls upon my head. I am dashingly handsome in this lifetime. I cannot show you an image, for I do not have a photo in my pocket, or I would gladly show you all today. But if you close your eyes, you can but envision the most sexiest and handsome, sexiest, and handsome Mexican-looking senor with locks of black falling from my head, piercing blue eyes, which are different from those around me in my time. Therefore I stood out. Gosh, I was a handsome chap then. Anyhow, that answers your question, Deborah. For have I reincarnated? Boy, have I ever. I have reincarnated over and over in my lifetime. I absolutely love it, and I will continue to do so. They're saying something about setting forth or something. I can't grab it. As I set forth in my journey in the future, I will continue to evolve, you see, for I love the learning aspect. I think it fascinating, to say the least. Now that topic is out of the way, so to say, I can but bludgeon something. Say that again, please. Begone you? I don't know what he's saying. He's saying a B word I can't catch. I will but say it a different way, please. Dean Martin, the movie star. I would like to reciprocate my word of thanks before we go any further, for I think it a marvellous thing your community has but joined together arm in arm for such wonderful topics to help those in need. I think it a fine idea. And as we move on into the future, this ship of sorts, the Love Boat, will but get increasingly busy until all of the dorms are but filled with people. You will but have quite the passenger ship sailing around the world together. A beautiful sight to see. Anyhow, I do but offer you stories of the past. Let us start off with the... My God, okay. Let us start off with the assassination of John F. Kennedy, a story most of you will but know or have heard the stories of by now, and as a whistleblower of sorts, I do not care for the government, so I am here today to announce that JFK, John F. Kennedy, was but assassinated by his own party members. Oh my God, you should feel these goosebumps. I have but waited a long time to say that, Deborah, and boy does it feel good. The assassination took place on the day as planned. It was the government's doing, from start to finish. There was no external people involved, for no one else on the planet knew what was about to occur. It was in fact members of his own parliament that took his life that day, and I am but disgusted in our government for allowing such a thing to take place before so many of its people. It was but heartbreaking, to say the least. Oh my God, these goosebumps. There was but a nation in mourning, and they did not care a trifle, for they got what they wanted. They wanted rid of him, and they succeeded. A sorry tale of the men at the top getting their own way once again, for it has happened before, you see, and it will happen again. Those at the top that are the puppeteers, they dangle the carrots, and when the carrot is not bitten, they execute. They get rid of them immediately, for they will not play the game. This is what happened to John. John F. Kennedy would no longer play the game they asked, and he was erased before his wife, before his people. A sad ending to a magnificent man who had the love of the people behind him. It was a terribly sad day for all. That is the first of my confessions tonight. As mind-blowing as it seems, I do have yet another to offer. Miss Marilyn Monroe, another key player of the time. It is said she did but overdose on sleeping tablets and such, and I can assure you tonight that is but a farce, for she too was in the way of the game that was being played at the time. She knew too much. They had to but erase her from the picture, so to say. So she too was erased from our screens, our papers, our minds. She does but long stay in the memory of us, for she was such a beautiful creature. However, the puppeteers did once again erase someone in their way. This is but a normal practice, you see, for they cannot if you are a glittering movie star or the President of the United States of America. If you do not play the game, you are not allowed to be in the play at all. How do you feel about that knowledge? I am quite enlightened to get it off my shoulders, to be sure. I have carried the burden for some time. Being from that I was from this era, it saddened me the day I did but hear about John F. Kennedy's passing, and I did question why on earth a random member of the public could possibly shoot a president in a moving vehicle. It just did not make sense nor add up, and I have but taken it upon myself as my first line of inquiry when I entered the heavenly realms, to see for myself, in action, play by play, the moments leading up to, and the event of the assassination of J.F. Kennedy. I will sit in silence for but a moment, as you all do, but let that sink in, as it was a lot to swallow in my first reverberation. However, I did warn you, it would be the truths, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, that I do reverberate from my mouth today. The world is but a dangerous place when we are dealing with people with no morals, nor no conscience, for they are not like you and I. They operate in a different playing field, in a different energy field. They do not understand what it is like to be loved, nor to have compassion for others. And I ask you today to send out love to all of those that have been affected by the puppeteers of our time. There are but many. These two iconic people of your time that were but scrubbed out and erased, I do ask for you to send love to them, to their soul, for they did but try to defy the puppeteers in the end. Say it again, please. Were they unassuming? Why, yes, they were. Were they taken advantage of? Why, yes, they were. Were they perfect themselves? Why, no, they were not. And that is my point today. It does not matter which title you held, nor position you were in, just because they didn't want to play along, did not give anyone the right to extinguish the light from within them. We pray for these people today. I ask you to join me. They were not perfect, nor were they saints, but understanding that there is but a hierarchy within your planet will make your eyes open wider than before. You will take off the goggles, so to say. I have but illuminated the path in front of you today with my short and sweet message of the whole truths. I will not halt my words for anyone. I will not be silenced any more. I ask you to look upon the people in power of your lands and pray for the toppling of the puppeteers. With eyes wide open, I ask you to send out a vibrational message to the puppeteers standing behind the curtains today, that you will no longer tolerate this behavior, these snide actions, sly actions that they do but perform before your very eyes. There is more to come. This is but a normal activity for them. And this is what I ask you to do for me today, to pray for those who were but harmed in the way, and to send out energy that they may retreat and fall off their pedestal themselves. Short and sweet, this was my message to you all today in this meeting of sorts. I am Dean Martin. I was a famous movie star. I had a wonderful career, for those that are wondering. I had a wonderful life, respect from all areas of the silver screen. I was a leading man of my time. Something. I had many a lead role in my time, and I revelled in it. However, carrying the weight around and not being able to talk to people was a little stifling, to be honest, for we didn't really discuss the possibility of the government being involved in John's murder, assassination, shall we say. It was all very hush-hush, for no one could accuse the government of anything in those days. Nowadays, you have more of a voice, and I urge you to use it if you see fit. Stand up for what you believe in. Discuss with your peers what is right and what is wrong. Today's task is the energy I ask you to send out to topple the puppeteers off their pedestals, and to send love and hope to those who have but been erased by them. I have immensely enjoyed standing on the podium today and speaking into a microphone yet again. I thank you for your time, ladies and gentlemen, and I shall return with more truths in the future to come. May you all have a lovely day. I am Dean Martin, and I was the leading man on a silver screen. Hollywood at its finest. Oh my goodness me. I don't know what to say. I actually don't know what to say. That was very emotional when he said about John F. Kennedy with the people. Oh my God. Because I could feel his emotion when he was saying it. It really got to him. It really got to thousands of people in that era. Oh, that's so awful. I don't even know what to say about the government. My God. And Marilyn. Poor Marilyn. Everyone assumed all this time that she was some sort of a mental case that OD'd and did it to herself. She had nothing to do with it. Oh my goodness me. I'm going to leave this here because I need to ponder on this a little bit more and let that sink in, because that was very heavy. I thank you for joining me tonight, and I will see you tomorrow for another channeling.